Coming up on Mountain News this morning, state police share advice on how to drive safe in the aftermath of the winter storm. Plus, crews continue to work on restoring power for folks all across the region.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us this Tuesday morning. I'm Madison Carmouche. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, the snow has stopped, but we are still weather aware, are we?
We sure are. We have those cold temperatures, and even colder feels like this is what you can expect for the next couple of days. Won't be going away anytime shortly. Now, one thing to note is we are still under a winter weather advisory for Wise County, Virginia. This will expire at 7 a.m. Would not be surprised if they canceled it a little bit earlier, but that is just something to keep note of on this Tuesday morning. Now, we do have some bit of fog as you're traveling towards West Virginia, about 2.5 mile visibility in Logan. And as you look at that satellite and radar, we're for the most part done with that snow. You could expect to see a snowflake or two falling this morning, but that will be clear by the time we're heading into the late morning hours and into your afternoon. And those current temperatures, again, they're quite cold. You're going to need to set extra time out this morning, not only to warm your car, but to also prepare yourself for that travel if you are heading out the door and on the roads. And those high temperatures won't be much better, unfortunately, as you're heading into the afternoon. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. Officials throughout the region continue to ask folks to stay home unless they have to be out due to road conditions. As the snow melts, drivers may think it is safe, but the winter weather is not finished just yet. More snow and freezing temperatures could be on the horizon, meaning folks should still limit their travel. Kentucky State Police warns drivers the most important thing is their safety as the winter storm continues.
So we also encourage people to allow themselves enough time to get to their destination. We know that travel will be slowed, so allow yourself extra time. Decrease your speeds and don't drive distracted. Put the phones down and please make sure they buckle up.
Gayhart reminds drivers if they begin to slide on roadways to steer into the skid to regain control of their vehicle. With outages being reported throughout the region as the weather continues, causing concerns for those working to restore power. Some electric companies are asking for patience and grace as their crews continue to hit the roads. WYMT's Buddy Forbes takes a look at some of those crews in action.
With more than 5,000 power outages reported by the Big Sandy Rural Electric Cooperative's members Monday morning,
we have a lot of manpower on the ground.
Work is underway to bring the power back to the people.
I know people get really frustrated when they don't have electricity, but we are doing everything possible to speed the restoration up as quickly as we can.
Crews have been hitting the roads and working to clear down trees from power lines around the clock. With the cooperative seeing a major hit to its system because of the ice and rain.
We have some major circuits that are out. We should be able to restore, but this will be a multi-day event to get everyone's power back on.
Cooperative President Jeff Prater says the line workers are pushing against the elements, with nearly 4,000 outages still reported throughout its service areas by Monday afternoon. But with more winter weather in the forecast, the time frame for complete restoration remains fluid.
They are well equipped for that, but it does slow the restoration down. It's just very difficult when it's extremely cold, snowing, wet, rainy. All of these things hamper the restoration effort.
Prater says though he understands the frustrations that come with being disconnected, the crews are also part of the community. So many of their families are also in the dark.
We have linemen here who are working today and they don't have electricity in their homes. And, you know, people, I would ask that people be patient with us and especially be kind to our crews.
Asking for patience as they work to get the power flowing. In Johnson County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Prater says crews are working around the clock to get everyone reconnected, saying workers from out of state are in the area to help the cooperative. We are going to take a look at some of those power outages in our region. With Perry County, we've got more than 200 outages right about now. And then if we take a look at Breathitt County, there are still upwards of 600 outages in Breathitt County. Lee County, upwards of 700, just over 700 outages out of Lee County. And if we look at Wolfe County, they are over 700 outages still at this point in time. And if we go to Morgan County, they have more than 2,000 people without power. I know the Big Sandy was hit pretty hard. That's what Buddy Forbes was just telling us about. In Menifee County, still more than 1,000 people do not have power, and those cooperatives and power crews are working hard to make sure that everyone can get back their power. Johnson County, they've got more than 3,000 people without power still. So the Big Sandy, hopefully everyone is working hard to get them reconnected sooner rather than later. And as power crews work to restore outages throughout the region, police officers are working to keep you safe if you have to venture out. This includes patrolling all of the roadways in Hazard and looking for downed trees in dangerous conditions. Major John Holbrook with Hazard Police Department says even those at the station use extra caution when there is a chance for black ice like today.
Whenever the roads start getting bad, we usually we switch to emergency calls only. Because obviously if the roads are bad, then we ourselves don't need to be out unless we have to, which is what we encourage everyone else to do.
If you do need to be on the roads, Holbrook says to allow extra time so that you can safely get to where you need to go. As a Kentucky State Police trooper is recovering at home after his cruiser was rear-ended on Interstate 65 in Hart County during the weekend's winter storm. Take a look at the damage done to his vehicle. Governor Beshear says Trooper Landon Key was working a crash when his cruiser was rear-ended by another driver. He is now out of the hospital and is expected to be okay. Officials again want this image to be a reminder to stay off the roads during winter weather. Soon, applications will open for LIHEAP's crisis program. The application window runs from today through March 15th for those on a first-come, first-served basis. The program helps people in eligible households facing a home heating emergency, such as imminent loss of heat. You will need to have things like your current electric bill and proof of a Social Security number ready when you get ready to apply. We have much more about this at WYMT.com. As we have shown you, snow is affecting folks across the state. This is a video out of Louisville. We understand that 9 inches of snowfall was recorded at the Muhammad Ali International Airport, impacting flights in and out of the city. It was the most snow Louisville had seen in a single day since 1998. And don't forget to send us photos of the snow inside the WYMT First Alert Weather app. We've already received so many great pictures of your snow-covered mountains. If you take a look at your screen, you'll see that using the link posted in the story on our website will help us to be able to use your photos directly on air. The pictures are coming in from counties across the coverage area, and it is so nice to see the snowfall before the freezing rain set in. And we want to remind you, you can download the WYMT weather app to keep up with the latest conditions. Just scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera, and it will take you to where you can download the app. It is free for both Android and iPhone users. And while you're at it, you can also download the WYMT News app, and there you can find the latest winter storm coverage and closings and delays when they come in. You can also sign up for breaking news alerts. We want to remind you about our annual winter blood drive here at WYMT. The Kentucky Blood Center is teaming up with WYMT for the drive. It is happening here at the station tomorrow from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. You must be at least 17 years old to donate or 16 years old with parental consent. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Just ahead, the 2024 election has officially been certified by Congress.
And temperatures only continue to stay cold. How long will they last? I'll have that answer up next.